I believe we are live. Okay. Hi guys. So, my last stream, Wednesday, it disappeared to the void. Oh, got a buzzy buzz. Give me a second. Okay. I was just letting Twitch know, letting me know that I can do mobile dashboard. So, my last live stream, I didn't know that Twitch doesn't save your videos. So Wednesday didn't happen, guys. We lost the video, which is fine. Totally okay. We will just reiterate some things from Wednesday. We can re-chat on stuff. I have like a ton of new followers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, 3Marie. And I'll thank you again when you show up. For the shout-outs, everyone for the follows. It's been amazing. So since Wednesday, I got my hair cut. Nice and short. It's not in my eyes all the time. Quite nice. Some admin-y stuff to do real quick. Let's do a shop update. I don't have any new frogs to do, or to update, unfortunately. I've just been really busy with the frogs that I have already. But let's show you guys some updating stuff. We go to sold out. Sorry? Blossom Frog I can't do this week, unfortunately. Yarn for that is coming in sometime. Celebration Frog sold out. My cute little guy. So we're going to update him. We renew. He sells out often. A lot of people do him for parties. We're gonna do probably 3 because I'm still trying to catch up on like craft fair stuff, everything. Custom frogs. That green one right there is my most popular. Everyone wants a green. We renew, and I promised the people 5 this week. So the people spoke, they wanted 5 customs. So that's updated. First Snow sold out. He's a little blue guy. We renew him. We're gonna do 3 on him. 3 is in quantity. Let's see. Hypnofrog. These guys are super popular. I did not expect this. This is actually a filled pride frog. So I tried to make a rainbow frog, and he turned out super derpy looking. But people really like them. So we'll renew that, and we'll renew that guy with 2. Let's see, what else can we renew? Let's do a water spirit frog. These guys are similar to the first snow frog, except they have... Oh goodness, where's my camera? There we go. We have more blue on those guys. So we'll renew those with 3 as well. Okay, shop update done. I've got 5 orders right now to do. 2 water frogs, a blue rainbow frog, celebration frog, and a spring frog. Next, admin-y thing to do. I figured it'd be kind of cool. Throw my pencils what we're doing. To kind of go through and see what sold, what didn't sell for my last art walk. I'm really sore, and we'll get to why I'm very sore in a moment. I got cute little camera's right here, Michelle. lighting is off. Really cute. This is Cinnamon Stardust. I also did get my journal, some stickers from them. So cute. But I want to use my green pin. We're gonna go through what kind of sold, what didn't. So I came last art walk with 10 mushrooms. I sold 3 mushrooms, so I still have 7. Don't think I'm gonna do any more mushrooms, so I think we put a little check mark. 7 whoosh at $25. This just kind of gives me. We're blowing out. Turn to face the camera. This kind of just gives me an idea of how much I need to make. Stuff like that. We'll get to checking off in a moment. Last Target walk, I came with 10 frogs. I sold 7 frogs. I sold 8 frogs. I can't count my tally lines. So 8 frogs. So I only have 2 left. I am thinking that 10 is a good number for froggies. So I think we'll keep 10 froggies. So I still have a whole bunch to do with froggies. 10 frogs at $20. Duckies, I came with 2, I sold 2. Need to make more. Everyone loves duckies. I love duckies, they're so cute. I'll talk about my duckies here in a minute. You might hear them quacking in the background. I had to close the coop off because the chickens and the duckies are fighting over the coop, and there was blood this morning, so I'm just not dealing with that. I think 5 is a reasonable number for duckies. They do take me quite a while. That is why they are 25. 2 wristlets. I did not sell either of my wristlets. I'm just gonna keep bringing them to craft fairs until they sell. Yeah, I might end up putting them in my shop at some point. $15. I can't go down on price either, unfortunately. I'm always shaking the camera. Simply because they take a very long time to make. It's double knitting, so what happens is so I have, say, a strand of yarn on this side and a strand of yarn on this side, 2 different colors. I'll knit this side and then I'll go back and knit the other side. So I'll knit, and then purl between the 2 colors. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. I taught myself, so I don't even know if it's the correct way to double knit, but that's how we do it. Tea break. So this, for anyone who wasn't at my last live stream, it has been proven that drinking any kind of liquid is better than forcing yourself to drink water and not drinking more liquid. So if you drink more coffee or tea or Gatorade or something like that, and you're getting more liquids in your body than you are when you force yourself to try and drink water, it's better just to keep drinking those flavored drinks or whatever. Any kind of liquid is good for your body. I drink tea. I really like tea. I do drink a lot of water too. I don't drink soda. I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Sometimes I'll drink a Gatorade, but I don't drink sugar either, so my tea is artificial sweetener. Anyway, back on track. Keychains. I came with 6, I sold 4. I'm really bad at making keychains, guys. If we're being honest here, in which we are always honest here. Open space, everyone should be honest here. Really bad at making keychains. Would love to have like 20 keychains. That would be ideal. But I hate making keychains. But 20 would be ideal. So we're gonna shoot for the stars and go with like, I was loud, I blew out the audio. Sorry. If you're listening to this with headphones, I'm so sorry. 15 keychains. Sounds about good. Because I have a couple designs that I'm working on. And I sell those for 10. Mush people. I sold out on mush people. Let me pull up a picture of my mush people. For those who don't follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram or don't have Instagram, Instagram is the best way to get a hold of me, in all honesty. These are my mush people. I sold out by midday. I was probably, it was let's see. I set up by 9, maybe 9:30. 2, 3, it ended at 3. We left a little later than that, but I sold out by noon. My mush people. I had people coming back to look for more mush people. So I gotta get more mush people. I had 5. If I can get 10 mush people, I think that'd be ideal. I sell mush people for $35. There are a lot of components. This is all small knitting. Over these guys. Where'd my camera go? There we go. Over these guys. So that's why some of my prices might seem a little out there. Like my mush people are $35 because this is a pattern I created first of all, and it is tiny knitting. Like the little arms are. It's only 8 stitches across the little arms. Reindeer, we're not skipping. I'm not doing a reindeer again. It was incredibly adorable. If I could ever find a picture of it. Oh, Miss Moody Pants. Miss Moody Pants is my broody chicken right now. And I don't understand why she's being broody. We don't have a rooster. My duckies, I do understand ducks roost in the spring, especially Muscovies, which my ducks are. So I can understand their broodiness. However, my chicken, Miss Moody Pants, is being super broody. And I just did. Can I get, oh, there we go. Anyway. I don't understand why she's been broody. She's been broody for like 2 months now. Egg hatching is like 21 days. This, we'll get the camera eventually, guys. I promise. This is my reindeer. He's super cute. I absolutely love him. Maybe, pardon me. Maybe at some point I'll do another one. But it wasn't that my skills weren't up to it. It wasn't that the pattern was bad. But it took a very long time. Of course, this was also at the beginning of like Christmas rush. This is me getting like serious about doing this full time. So maybe now that I'm like, I've been knitting for a while, it would take me less time, but that took me 6 to 10-ish hours. I sold it for $40. So we're not doing another reindeer. Octopuses. I had 4, I sold 4. I'm gonna bring 5. And they sell for $25. Let's see. Fish, I had two. I sold one, but one lady suggested I make a couple Nemo ones. So if I can have like 4 fish, a couple Nemo fish, I think. Oh, I have slow frames. I wonder why that is. Anyway, I don't know all the jargon, so in case you've never streamed, there's a whole bunch of jargon at the top, and I get how long. I get the viewers. CPU, I believe, is how fast or how much, like how much percentage, like of like it's taking. Encoder frames per second, 60. That's like video game talk. I know that. Frame drops, I understand that's how often like you guys lose me to like buffering type stuff. Slow frame, I'm not 100% sure. Memory, I understand, but I don't know what it's storing. I did change settings, so hopefully we save this video so people can watch it in the future. So 4 fish. 4 fish for $20. We're gonna have to start writing sideways at some point. Cups. I have cute little, just little small guys. I made like 7 over the course of the last year, and I have 2 left of those 7 that I've made. So they haven't really sold. I'm just gonna take the 2, 2 cups for 15. Tea break. My throat's raw. Like I said, we're gonna go over this in a minute when I go over how my week's been. And then we'll finally get to some knitting. Whoop. Oh, okay. Some lady that sprayed me with sunblock yesterday, and I ended up buying some stones from her, which you guys will see me later. And I'll explain why she had to spray me with a sunblock. Started following me. She's super sweet. Let's see. 2 cups. Beautiful. Rainbow yarn I sold out of. Seaweed yarn, we have 2 left. This is seaweed, but the name of the yarn is actually Ocean Abyss. And I laughed and I shook the camera again. You guys are just gonna have to bear with me. I'm not very professional. 15. It's actually Ocean Abyss. It's very green, and I actually really love it. And if it doesn't sell, I might steal it. Rainbow hand spun. Oh, wait. I have 2 left. 2. I'll have to write this better later. Rainbow hand spun for 70. I know that probably sounds like a lot, but it's 609 yards of worsted weight, which is, I think, what I made this out of. This might be sport weight. Either way, it's enough to make a t-shirt. Should be just enough to make a t-shirt out of. If it's not enough, I think that doing black on would look really cute. My nose is running really bad. My room is slightly chilly. I don't even keep an air conditioner. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't even keep an air conditioner in my room. in the summer because I do get cold so easily. Okay, we're gonna turn sideways. Chickadees. I've got chickadees. I'm looking at having about 30 chickadees. Those I'm selling for $10. You'll see them in just a minute. And lastly, bees. I would like 15 bees. 15 bees for $15. And that's a new item. I wanted some other items, but I think we're gonna stick with this for now. Those are a couple new items in there and all that. My last artwork walk, I made just over $700. I'd like to make something close to that again. Because my online orders are doing amazing. If I can keep art walks doing amazing, then I might be able to move out, because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm streaming from my bedroom. My bedroom is also my office. I'm in my parents' house, and eventually I would love to get an apartment. My sister and I are thinking next year we're gonna get an apartment and split rent. Okay, so we're gonna check off some boxes. We have the mushrooms. We have the wristlets. People. I only put English. I'm so stupid. That was, we're working on that. I'm not stupid. I was just having a brain. We have the cups. We have the yarn. Okay. So on another piece of paper, not my pretty piece of paper, there's all my notepads. I don't know where any of my stuff went. I reorganized my desk so I can fit my new computer. Cause it's a brand new computer. Bought it last week, in case you didn't know. I used to do YouTube videos. I'm going to get into it again. But, I was doing them while in college, and then I moved back here, and it was hard to do them for a while. And now, I'm doing it again. But I needed a computer, and so I went to boot up my old computer. I had not booted up my old computer for 3-ish years. The Staples guy opened it up, and he went, "Oh no." And oh no is not good when you hear from tech guys. It took us like 10 minutes to boot up for him. It took me 20 minutes to change the password. We finally got in, and then he went to Task Manager to check out all the diagnostic stuff. Computer jargon that doesn't make sense to me personally. That's why I went to an IT guy. And about 20 windows popped up. And he went, "Oh no, I hope that's benign." This is like, "Oh no, I hope that's not a virus too." And it wasn't a virus that he could tell. But he wasn't for sure because we couldn't get onto very much. And what was happening was I had like 2 hard drives or something like that. They weren't normal hard drives. They were gonna cost me like $80 each to get replaced, and I had like a backup thing, and instead of like it saving data onto my normal hard drive, it was saving onto the backup, and it was constantly running. It was just running all this stuff constantly. It was taking up all. That's why my computer was running so slow. It was taking up all this stuff. And he checked out my memory, and it was taking up memory that like I had not saved so much. and he couldn't understand where all this memory was going. And so he was like, I can ship this out. We can get you all new hard drives. Um, Work and labor and all that is going to cost you. And 2 new hard drives is going to cost you like $300 all total. But that still might not fix your computer. Mind you, my computer was like 7 years old at this point. He was like, I probably won't fix your computer still. It probably will still be running super slow. It's like, oh, okay, wonderful. And so I was like, okay, I gotta think about this because I wasn't expecting to have to buy a new computer last week. And this was Tuesday. And I went back and I was like, okay, I gotta get a new computer. I want to be able to do live streams. I want to be able to do tutorials on YouTube, which I will get to eventually, I promise. I just don't know when yet. Maybe in some sort of slow season. Right now it's craft fair season for a while, and so I'm kind of busy. Yeah. So that was great to find out. I had to drop $600 on a new computer. Could have gone for less, but I wanted something that would last me a while, and I wanted something that could handle videoing constantly. And so I had a budget, and we stuck within my budget. I got the warranty and all that because I was not going to deal with my computer dying again. And so we're here, and I'm so thankful for everyone. Um, let's see. So, 10 frogs. I'm stupid, I closed it. 10 frogs, I think we had 2 left. 1. No, we have 3 left. Okay. We have 3 frogs. I need 10. So, people do math for me. Very tired. I need 7 frogs. I need 5 ducks. I have no ducks. I need, let's see, I've got 2 keychains left. I need 15. I need 13 keychains. Mush people. I need 10 mush people. I need 5 octos. 3 fish. 3 fish. That's checked off. That's checked off. That's checked off. Ooh. Chickadees. I've got 3. Not 30. We got 27 more chickadees to go. I forgot to age. 27 chicks. And bumblebee bees. 15 bumblebee bees. I've got 3. Because I'm not counting the test ones. 3 bumblebee bees. 15. 12. Okay. Plus my online orders. Okay. We're doing okay. Next art walk is on the 8th, 9th of July. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you. I'm listening to Celtic punk music today, guys. That's May. July 8th is the next art walk. Hopefully I get in. I've got some admin-y stuff I have to call, Morgantown Finance tomorrow. Figure out what's going on with my application. Tea breaks. Some important to take care of your body. Okay, so let's talk about what I did yesterday. Well, no, let's go back to Wednesday because I haven't gotten sleep in the last couple of nights. Wednesday, after I got done live streaming with you guys, I could be knitting at this point in time, but I don't know what. I talk with my hands. Wednesday, we had a raccoon attack. And normally a raccoon attack wouldn't be too bad. Normally they just steal a couple eggs. Our fence is very heavily barricaded. Last year we had. What the chicken's doing? She's trying to get up on the porch, but I have my lizard on the porch, and so she's just yelling at the fence. So last year we had a fox attack, and it killed one of our duckies, and heavily injured another one. We were able to save her. Her name is Grace. I love her. I love all of my duckies. They're named after pirates. Grace, Marie, and Elizabeth. But we had a raccoon attack last night, and our fence, it's wood boards all the way around. I think they're 7, maybe 8 feet tall. And then we have barbed wire, 3 rows of barbed wire across the top of it. And then down below, because foxes can dig, down below, we have 2 feet of deer fencing down below so that they can't dig. Sorry. Windows. It's a mix of itching and running, and it's not bad running, but it's enough that I feel like it's noticeable. But anyway, and we had not had an attack for a year. That was last July that the fox attacked. So Wednesday, we had a raccoon attack. And it killed one of our baby chickens. Now, mind you, this is not a baby. They're like 4 months old. They're chickens. We just call them babies because they're still smaller than our adult chickens. They haven't started laying eggs yet. We call them baby raptors. Because these guys are fierce. Like, when I say, like we've never had, like, mean chickens, like, pardon me, besides some roosters, which we don't keep roosters, we've never really had mean chickens, but these chickens will, like, zoom at you, and then stop, and stare at you, like, hey, get out. So they're my baby raptors, and it ended up killing, well, we ended up having to put down one of our, baby raptors because I was afraid. We didn't think we could save it, unfortunately. Raccoons, unfortunately, go straight for taking off the head of an animal. That's just how raccoons go. So, needless to say, Wednesday from 1 o'clock onwards, 1 o'clock in the morning onwards, I did not sleep. So I was dealing with no sleep on Thursday. And then we had still not dealt with the problem, because what had happened is it climbed the tree, and it went through the barbed wire, because I can see that, well, first I came back twice that night, and I was scared off the second time. I don't know if I'm gonna sneeze. Pardon the snifflies. But it went through the barbed wire, and you can see where it took off some fur, and then came back later that night. So it's climbing up the trees. And we had a couple ideas of how to fix this. But, so I didn't get any sleep Thursday night either. So into Friday. Friday we were running around trying to find something. The Friday was just a waste. Honestly, I did not get very much done. I was finishing up my costume for Saturday. And I didn't sleep very well, like, Friday into Saturday because I was excited for Saturday. Because Saturday was Renaissance Fair for my sister and I. We went to Ren Fair yesterday. And we got back just after 11 last night, and I had to take off my makeup immediately. So I took a bath. The nice lady who just followed me on Instagram, she sprayed me down with some sunblock. It's this side. You can, yeah. Um, it was very sunny. It hurts just a little bit. It's not too bad actually. Um, you can't you can't see it much. Maybe a little right there. My face is pretty sunburned, but it's sunburnt around my makeup. But I had an allergic reaction to my makeup. My eyes, they're still slightly swollen. They're very red. Um, I should have known better. I should have tested my makeup earlier this week. My eyes they were burning all day, watering all day. Towards the end of the day, I had started seeing like just black streaks constantly. It could have also been I was really tired. Um, but it just looked like I was crying constantly. But it was just because my eyes were watering trying to get rid of the makeup. But it was waterproof makeup. And so it was just there all day. But it was so much fun, and I will get to my Ren haul in a moment, but let me show you my costume real quick and a couple photos. So I went with my sister. I'll show you photos of me not so burnt. This is my costume, my sister, and then a statue. There we go. The statue man with us. It was so much fun. And then this is at the point that I was burnt, and you can tell I was burnt to the fire breather who were at, like, her hands were actually cooler than my camera. Cooler than my shoulders, and you can actually see the white line around my costume. And then, I will show you my lady champion and her girlfriend. They were jousters. That was my favorite show. The champion, actually, at the first show, I don't know if you can see, just to tell you how real it was, she actually cut herself really bad at the first show. A lance broke against her helmet, and it shattered down her face, and so I went and checked on her earlier. They were sweethearts. We were chatting with the actors all day long. It was so great. My hands are cool. Like I said, I'm severely sunburnt. Oh, and it's starting to hurt just slightly. But they were super cool. So my costume, I actually made part of it. This is my corset. My little hand sanitizer buddy hanging out. And then my pouch that carried my money and my phone all day long. I modified this pattern. This pattern is on Etsy. I reviewed it. It's a really great pattern for those crocheters out there. Oh goodness. Profile, purchases. Where do I go? Purchases. I got some heartburn. I ate before this. I ate some ramen noodles and cookies, which was not best. So this is by Stone Sparrow Threads. It's a crochet pattern. It's called Crochet Wrapped Waist Belt. It worked super well. I got compliments on it all day. I added the embroidery, so it's just the plain belt, and then I added the extra embroidery stuff, the crochet rows, and then the little attached pouch there. And then the other part of the costume, which is hard to see in any pictures, I ended up being a little rushed. I've been super busy. But I've known about this for a month or two, so I really should have done this before, and I didn't. It was a headband. I love my flower crowns, as you can tell. I wear a flower crown every day, so my collection's constantly growing. I want to make a couple more knit flower crowns. These are crocheted roses. And I just, I-corded. I don't know if you can see I-corded. And vined it around. The wire goes in and out. And used some jewelry glue to get that to stay down. So that was that. Let me show you some of the stuff I got, because it was amazing. We hung out with actors all day long. It seemed like a lot of people. Hold on. I screamed a lot yesterday. It seemed like a lot of people were afraid to interact with the actors. So my sister and I interacted with actors all day long. I also just got another. I got feedback. To this person who just uploaded this. Thank you so much. It says so adorable. I loves him. Great seller, quality crafting. Thank you. My Etsy people are so great. I love them. Sorry for all the adjusting. I'm cold and my sunburn is rubbing really bad. So our first stop, in case you didn't notice the oops, wrong side. The cage in the background. I have a bun rabbit. I also have a lizard and a cat. The cat's currently sleeping on the bed. I have a whole bunch of other animals we'll get to at some point, but those are the people that, or the kitty cat, or the animals that'll make the appearance the most. I love bun rabbits. I even have a bun rabbit tattoo on my ankle. My first stop was these people. They're called Aquabun. Look at this art print. Look at it. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. I love mushrooms. I love bun rabbits. It has a flower crown. It's rainbow. I'm looking for more art to hang up on my walls when I have the chance. I have some art, but, and my college degree back there. So yeah. I eventually want art for an office. Because I would love an office. An office would be so amazing. But by the same people, I also got also has little mushrooms on it. There we go, little mushrooms. Bun rabbit, jackalope. This was the Renaissance fair we went to, by the way. It was bent. Turn, there we go. It was so much fun. Like, really. Every weekend in June, guys. So cool. And this actually looks exactly like my Beanie Babe, because my Beanie Babe's a ruby-eyed white, which looks slightly demonic. And he's a big pain sometimes, so it works. And it's actually funny. So ruby-eyed whites are they're pretty much an albino breed of rabbit. But both of his parents are fully black French Angoras. Um, he gnashed his teeth at me. So he's both of his parents were completely black, and his sister is a pearl, which means imagine a Siamese. She's completely white with like just a touch of brown around her nose and her ears. But his sister was just a little too expensive and out of my price range, and I wasn't looking for a breeding rabbit. I was just looking to brush and get some furs. So I got him. He's a big pain in the butt, isn't he? Oh, he's a sleepy bun. I just love him. Um, he has a respiratory. It's called Snuffles, which is a really cute name for a really awful disease. Bun rabbits are all born with bacteria in their lungs. Every single bun. You can breed the vet told me you can breed 1,000 bunny rabbits, and 990 would be born with this bacteria in their lungs. And only about 50 out of that 990 would get snuffles, which is where the bacteria in their lungs creates mucus that comes out their nose, and it clogs up their lungs. So he's on medication. It's not constant medication, thankfully. There is some rabbits that have to take the constant medication and actually have to do like breathing treatments and stuff. So thankfully he's not that bad, but he does get sick very easily. I have to be careful with like the scents that he can have. I have to clean his cage out often, stuff like that. Anyway. Oh, where'd it go? There it goes. And it's a mermaid. It's a merman. It's adorable. I got this book. It's an audiobook because I listen to mostly audiobooks or podcasts. I do watch a lot of YouTube. But reading books is very hard when you're a full-time knitter. You just don't have very much time for that. So I listen to stuff a lot. I almost gave my code away. We're good. We're just gonna do that. It is called Hidden City. I got a pop-up, and I really hate pop-ups. Pop-ups drive me absolutely nuts. So there's that. Some free trinkets. We did a scavenger hunt, and I got a little glass fairy stone at the end of my scavenger hunt. We did a maze, and so I got a pirate coin from the maze. We did an escape room. I got a pirate coin from the escape room, and then from the very nice lady who sprayed me down with sunblock at like 3 o'clock. I got these stones. They were a mystery thing. And the first bag I got was something about Aries. I threw the bags away. But there's that one. That one. I am an Aries myself. And that one. And I also love sheep and goats. And then the next one was called Gifts of the Green Man, and I was dressed up as a green fae. And so I got a tree of life, a leaf, and then this is like a mushroom made out of like rose bush. That was kind of cool. And then from a leatherworking stall, which we spent a long time at. We actually visited them like 5 or 6 times. Tea break. breaks are important, guys. Take care of your body. We spent a long time with them. We were just chatting, talking about animals, talking about D&D, all sorts of stuff. In case you were wondering, Ren Fair is just a big D&D nerd fest. It's great. I absolutely loved it. So today is Father's Day, which is probably why there's not much interaction. Oh, my face is still so itchy. It was such a mistake to not try out the makeup this week. So I got these. I love crows. Everything's backwards on Twitch or streaming in general, and I just haven't gotten used to the rhythm. I love crows. And we couldn't decide what my father would like, because I couldn't find anything that my dad would like while I was there. So we also got this. I decided that he can choose which one he likes, and I would be happy with getting either one. So those were cool. They're called Weird Armories on Instagram. They were chill people. Really awesome. And I think that's it for my Ren Fair stuff. It was so cool. We hung out with the princess for a while. She escaped after the last performance, and so we hung out with her for a while. We hung out with the knights for a while. The Robin Hood band for a while. The first act we got pulled into was actually a pirate show. And he said we were the most sarcastic group of people he'd ever met. And then, let's see, what else did we do? We ate a lot of cheese. We ate nothing. I got chickens on top of the coop. And if I got chickens on top of the coop, that means they can jump over the barbed wire, which is not good. Another thing is, like, my sister cannot speak Old Speak. I listen to a lot of Renaissance-y timed, do a lot of, like, History Channel, audiobooks. I do a lot of Irish. I'm listening to Celtic punk right now. So it was fun to practice that. And it was very fun. It was fun to play, like, Fae. When I play D&D, I play a druid dwarf, so it was fun, and I actually look exactly like a character from one of the video games I play. She's an alchemist, but it was a lot of fun. On to some knitting. Let's review what I got done this week. It wasn't as much as I was expecting. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday were just kind of a bust. Did not do any knitting yesterday. Because it was on Ren Fair. We were there from 11 when they opened till closing, which was 8. And we got back at midnight, or just after 11. I washed off all my makeup, took a bath, because I was sore. Everything hurts a lot. We did a lot of walking. Because it's in this huge open field, and, like, there's, like, a forest and fairy gardens, and it was just great. But I reached, like, 15,000 steps, or 20,000 steps, or something like that. And so we did a lot of walking. And there's no really good place to sit down a lot of times, so, like, we were just on our feet talking with a lot of people. And then I woke up at 6 because I forgot to turn off my alarm from yesterday. And then I woke up again at 8. So I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the last couple nights, which is probably why I've been rambling for almost an hour. I've not gotten any knitting done. Oh my goodness. Tea break. So let's go over what I got done today. Or not today, but this last week. We're going to get rid of notifications because I hate notifications. So, gallery. This is my chickens this morning, by the way. Fighting over the coop. There we go. There's 3 duckies and 2 chickens in here. And then I got a baby raptor underneath the coop. But let's see. Okay. So the beginning of the week, someone asked me if I can do a desert rain frog. So I did some modifications of my normal frog pattern, and I came up with this. We're still working on it with this little dumpling guy. Oh goodness, it's gonna take me forever, and I don't have any awesome streaming things, guys. I'm doing this off my laptop, so yeah. It's my little dumpling frog, desert rain frog. He got shipped off early in the week, and then the other day I shipped off these 3 frogs. You can't. Their colors are getting blown out. They just look like white frogs. So the middle one is a first snow frog. Hello, my viewer. Welcome. I'm just going over what I knit this week right now. This is the 3 frogs that got shipped off the other day. The middle one, the colors are getting blown so far out. It's not gonna work. But the middle one is first snow frog, and the 2 on either end are celebration frogs. And I was in order for a celebration frog and a first snow frog, and then another order for a celebration frog. So that's what is shipped off so far this week. And then we got some test guides. We're still getting used to where my camera's located. Pardon my voice, by the way, my viewer. I just got done talking about what else I did yesterday. I went to Ren Fair, and I was screaming for the Lady Knight. I wanted her to win really bad, and she did. But my throat is sore, and I'm seriously sunburnt. But this is... Oops, turn him that way. Little chickadee. He's getting blown out. My lighting is so terrible. Little chickadee. Little test bee. He looks so bad. I used the little eyes. I thought I can get away with using, I think these are 10mm eyes. I don't know if I have. Yeah, these are 10mm. Okay. So these are 10mm eyes. They were too small. So those are those 2 guys, and then the stuff that's actually going to be at the art walk next. Little yellow chickadee, final finished product. Little red one. I did this on my last stream, which vanished into the void, so it doesn't exist. I didn't know there was settings. And then a white one. I like this guy. We're gonna do a black one and see how the little crow turns out today. And then we've got the final product of the bee. Their blush is not showing up very well. I think these guys are super cute with the bigger eyes, more spread apart. These guys are 15mm. That's my normal go-to for most of my eyebrows. My mushrooms, my mush people, frogs, pretty much everything else besides the mini guys and my keychains get the bigger eyes. And then 2 little bride bees. You can't see the purple very well, but there is a little purple stripe there. So let's throw those guys. Back in the bucket. That can go there. Okay. We're gonna rearrange some stuff. I hope you're not listening to this with headphones. Oh, Bookworm, you're back! Hello, how have you been? And I do love the bees. The bees are gonna go for 15. I don't know yet if I'm gonna put them up in my Etsy. But I'm definitely gonna have to get more like pride colors going soon. So we're gonna do a little pro chickadee while we're hanging out today. I don't know how much you listen to audiobooks, but I went to Ren Fair yesterday, and I picked up an audiobook. This is called Hidden City. They told me it takes place just after Twin Towers happens, and I don't know how much you do fantasy, but it does like vampires and like this whole other like fantasy setting, obviously. But they also have physical copies, so I don't know what kind of books you like. I know I follow you on Instagram too. Let's see, what else can I talk about today? So much happened at Ren Fair yesterday. I had so much cheese. Tea break. So I started out my morning yesterday, because we started out at 6 o'clock in the morning, with Duncan, well, getting ready, obviously, and then we left the house a half an hour ahead of schedule, which was nice, because I ended up having to put air in my tire, put oil, and get gas, because I'm really bad about remembering to take care of my car. And so I did all that, so we got Duncan. And I got the mini bagel bites, which if you guys have never had the mini bagel bites, they're very yummy. I really love them. You have to like some cream cheese, because there's a lot of cream cheese. It is saying my frames are so slow. It is saying I've got 3 slow frames, which I don't understand what that means. I hope it's not dropping. Darn. Anyway. Pardon me, my nose started itching like I was about to sneeze. Where was I? Duncan. I got bagel bites. I also got a coffee roll, because I really love cinnamon rolls, and it was very similar to a cinnamon roll. So I got that, and the turtle whatever coffee, iced coffee. Because that's very yummy. I had that at the art walk as well. And I'm gonna reach for just another tissue. I'm so sorry, guys. We were sitting on hay all day yesterday, and of course I had to pet the horses, because I absolutely love horses. And there was goats. And so I wanted to pet the goats. And chickens, of course. I love chickens. And so, yes, there was a lot of animals. There was this really nice, like, herbal shop And they had like essential oils and stuff like that. But I couldn't even go in just because like coming near their tent was messing with my sinuses so bad. And of course we had to go walk through the enchanted forest, and of course there's pollen flying everywhere. And so between that and having the like makeup react badly to my skin, we're just having a great time over here. Um, but I had those, so that was cream cheese in the morning, and then we got there and we got pulled immediately into a pirate act, um, to play as part of the mob. And then we wanted to go get something to drink, but then we got pulled in the Enchanted Forest, and from the Enchanted Forest we got pulled into a whole other section of the fair from the smoothie place that we wanted to go get drinks. Oh goodness. And so we did that. And there was a talking statue, and he was the coolest, chillest guy ever. And so we finally made it to smoothies. Smoothies were absolutely yummy. And then we did a couple other things, and then we got cheese curds, so that was the second cheese thing of the day. And then I had some cold brew coffee with oat milk and maple syrup in it. And this is West Virginia grown coffee beans. And I didn't know that they could grow coffee beans here. It was just so yummy. Like, I wish I would have gone back and gotten more before we left, honestly. Because it was really yummy. But, like, I don't fix cold brew at home, and I really don't drink coffee very often, in general. And we don't keep coffee beans, or we keep ground coffee, but we don't really drink ground coffee. We have a K-cup. And so that's what we do mostly. And then dinner. I had a charcuterie board. And it, what am I doing? And it was, I had brie, mozzarella, prosciutto, Swiss, cheddar, not prosciutto, provolone. That's what it's called. There was prosciutto on the board though, and that was yummy. And we got some fruit with it. I had a Greek salad, which was really yummy. There was a lot of cheese though. Just so much cheese yesterday. I did not drink near enough water. I don't think I've drank enough water the last several days, or liquid. Bookworm, you missed me talking about the chickens. We had a raccoon attack on Wednesday, and we lost one of the baby chickens. So I haven't gotten much sleep since then. And it's really funny that it's not funny. Obviously, I love my chickens, but it's ironic is the word I'm looking for. That we had an attack that night because I had been talking about the fox attack that we had had. Oh, thank you. But I had been talking about the fox attack that day, and so it's very ironic that like we had a raccoon attack that night, because that was the first attack that we'd had in a year. Like our fence is seriously like we don't even get squirrels in our yard. So the fact that we got a raccoon is just amazing to me. We think that, so we feed our chickens back the eggs that we don't use. We like boil them, and if we have too many eggs, we just give them back to. Oh, I'm sorry. There's buzzes. Oh, it's Paula. But we give them back to the chickens because it helps them produce more eggs, and during the winter it keeps them fat and happy and all that. Yeah, I'm on the right one. So, we think that it's because we've been feeding them eggs so often that we got a raccoon. So we're not going to be feeding them eggs as often, unfortunately. Um, and I'm also going to be putting cayenne pepper more often. Because if you didn't know, birds do not have sapien receptors, which sapien is what pepper produces to keep mammals from eating it. Because mammals digest seeds when we eat food, but birds do not. So my crow is back. Um, I have a crow that when I feed the chickens, it'll sometimes fly into the yard, and it'll dance. Um, and I think it just flew into the yard because I saw one of my duckies fly. Um, but anyway, so peppers want birds to eat them so that they can spread out the seeds and all that. So if you have chickens yourself and you have like rats or anything like that, or a problem with raccoons or squirrels, or we like our chipmunks, so we don't put it around the chipmunks area. But you put cayenne or red pepper seeds, um, and it will detract. Detract is not the word I'm looking for. My brain is fried. I need to hydrate more this week. Hydrate more so I can think more. I also need to eat better this week. I did not eat well this week. Pardon me. Detract. Detract is not the word, but it's as close as I can get right now. It'll make sure that rats and stuff don't eat your chicken food. Yeah. And in the winter, it actually deworms and keeps your chickens warmer. So it's good for their digestion to eat red pepper flakes. There was this one really cute shop at Ren Fair. It was selling these little dragons. I'm not kidding you, like little dragons. All made out of clay. Cutest things I've ever seen. I wanted one so bad. They were even priced reasonably. But I know that if I were to get one, my cat would eat it. And I did not want my cat to eat a dragon. So I did not get one. I also had a hard time. A lot of the shops were metalworking, especially like the jewelry shops. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, unless I'm going to like an art walk, a Ren Fair, something like that. So it's fine that there wasn't a lot of jewelry options for me, but I can't wear metal. I have my ears pierced. I've had my ears pierced since I was like 3 or 4 or something young. And I can't wear earrings, and I know that they make rubber studs, so I've been looking at getting maybe some plastic earrings to wear, but I just don't wear jewelry enough to constitute the cost of getting it. Tea break. Pardon me. But yeah, a lot of metal working there. And some of it was really cool. My sister got this spoon ring, and she actually got to choose out the spoon herself. And this lady takes like the back of old spoons and she chops them in half, and she reuses the other part for other stuff. But she takes the decorative end and she molds it to fit like your rings or your fingers specifically. Um, So I helped my sister pick out one of those, which was really cool. There was a guy that did like those really cool like wire trees, and he had necklaces and stuff like that. And I thought that was really cool. There was a fur shop. Now, fur is a gray area for me. I know that trading in fur can like can reduce the waste, so there's not. Yeah, I never get to wear it either. Like I wear it to like art walks occasionally. And I did an art trade last art walk for a mushroom piece, but that's really it. Last time I wore earrings, my ears were so swollen and red for the next several days. Like I can do a couple hours and that's it. But fur is an iffy area for me because it reduces the waste of an animal, but then you have the issue of people unethically collecting fur. And so fur is just such an iffy area. And so I didn't want to get anything with fur. Leather, I'm okay getting. I used to be really against leather for a long time, but then I realized like leather is such a big waste of like the meat trade is so huge and like um I would I would prefer like leather be larger so that less of the cow is wasted. Um so that because even though like meat is not my favorite thing, my family eats meat, and so I eat meat simply because I don't want to waste food. Um, when I move out, I do plan on going probably vegetarian. Um, I eat tofu a lot, so um, I hate like my mom cooks a lot of time. We take turns cooking, so I don't want to make her feel obligated to cook more food than she needs to. And I don't want to cook stuff that they don't want to eat. So we just agreed, like, I do smaller portions a lot of times. Um, but, like, meat in general, there's just such a large trade of it that I hate that leather goes to waste so often. So I support leather working now. Because I did more research into that. And leather just it means that there's more waste, and I hate the idea of wasting an animal. Oh my goodness, my sinuses. I'm so sorry for all the snifflings. I don't even know. Okay. I had a whole bunch of Etsy notifications, which I actually need to check because I message every single person that ever buys from my shop. Just to like let them know that I acknowledge their order. Cause sometimes, because I love supporting small businesses, so I order off of Etsy a lot. Um, but sometimes, like, I order something and I never get an acknowledgement that I've ordered something, and it freaks me out for a couple days till I've seen that it ships. So taking that into consideration, every time I get an order, like I immediately let the person know, like I received your order, I will get to it as soon as possible, just to give them that reassurance. And then if I ever have delays or anything, I let them know about that. And of course, my custom frogs, I'm constantly working with my customers about customs, taking pictures, um, and letting them know where in the process I am. Simply because I like that when I'm buying. So I want people to buy from me more often. I also really love good reviews. It keeps my shop afloat. I'm listening to Celtic Punk today. I needed something a little more upbeat. And I also needed... I'm still in Ren Fair mode. Ooh, I am up to 5 slow frames. My goodness. I have no idea what that means, but it seems bad. uh... Let's see, what else can we talk about? What else has happened? Not much has happened since, well, besides the raccoon attack since Wednesday. I figured out my settings, so hopefully this video saves. I would like to be able to save it from Twitch to YouTube, because Twitch only saves for 14 days. So I'd like an archive of some sort. It's kind of weird to me that, like, Twitch doesn't save for longer. But that's just my personal opinion. I understand, like, that's probably cheaper for them. Oh, I'm so sleepy today. I don't know what happened to all my chickens. This morning they were chasing each other when I closed up the coop, because I hate when they fight over the coop. I don't know why my one chicken is so broody. And she's been broody for over 21 days. Because normally a chicken will only be broody for 21 days, because that's how long incubation for a chick is. But she's been broody much longer. And so she was stealing all the eggs. We moved her, and she had like 20 eggs underneath her. And my duckies were trying to take eggs from her, and she kept pecking at my duckies. My duckies I understand, because Muscovy are broody during this time of the year. Muscovy are actually bred for meat, but we think we have hybrids because we're getting eggs year-round, and meat duckies won't lay eggs year-round. No problem, Bookworm. Have a great day. I don't know when I'll stream next, but you too. I don't know when I'll stream next, but I'm always posting on my Instagram when I'm streaming, so just keep a lookout. Thank you for coming, stopping by, saying hi. I'm gonna keep chatting to myself for a while. Ooh, I woke the kitty cat up. I think we moved on to sea shanties. I like sea shanties. I don't know where she went. I'm not hearing clucking anymore, which is nice. Muscovies don't quack. They don't have the vocal cords to quack. So I'm constantly worried about my duckies. They only chirp. Let's see, what else can I ramble on about? If you hear obsessive licking, it is my kitty cat behind me. She had just decided this is perfect time to clean herself. I almost lost my stuffing for a moment. I feel like I'm going blind. I reached over here at first because I normally have a drink sitting over here, but I didn't want it to tip onto my computer, so it's sitting on the opposite side. tea break. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my little stones here. They do have places to loop them. So maybe I'll make something out of those. They're really cute though. I'm really in love with this one. And tree life. Ooh, which way do I turn camera? And that was in Lewisburg, the Ren Fair, in case anyone was wondering. They have one more weekend, which is next weekend, the 24th and 25th. If anyone would like to go. It was so much fun. Like my sister and I said, if we lived closer, we would go every single weekend. I was looking at how much being a vendor would be. Because they have vendor forms. And it is $400, which seems like a lot. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, that's a little bit too much for me. But then I realized like that is for 4 weekends, 2 days each weekend. And it would be cool to dress up for 4 weekends in June. So it's something I gotta consider for next year. Prices might go up, depends. It would be cool to see the actors again too, of course. I really loved the actors. They were so much fun. We did hang out with them for a while. And I don't know what I would sell. I don't know if I'd bring like my normal stuffies or if I'd do like something special. I think the frogs would sell really well actually there. I could do like a little. I've been thinking about this idea for a while. I just don't know how to execute it yet. Is frogs with wings on them. A Pokemon YouTuber I follow. His favorite animal is frogs, and specifically frogs with wings, which do not exist, but he thinks that they should. Okay, I think we might make it with my black. This is the last little black that I have. We're playing Yarn Chicken today. I gotta go get more black. Yarn is just never, like, it's a never-ending struggle to find how much yarn I should be having in my stash at a time, because I have, like, all this variegated yarn, spotted, and, like, stripes and stuff like that. But I also recently switched over to doing mostly solids, like, what am I doing? I'm okay. A lot of solids, and people ask for mostly solids. I really have not had anyone ask for variegateds. So, I'm thinking that we gotta update the stash at some point. Now, my Fuzzy Belly collection, which is, right now it sits at my Celebration Frog, Blossom Frog, and First Snow Frog. I need to update it next week with the Sunshine Frog, Cookies and Cream Frog. And then I just ordered another color, which is like a purpley speckled, and those are any frogs that have the speckle, it's from Nitpicks, they're Brava speckled. So it's any of those with Karen Cake's cream? Is it cream? But it's their fuzzy yarn. And it's just white. And that's my Fuzzy Belly collection. Everyone absolutely loves them. They sell out every week. I would have loved to update my blossom frogs. Those are pretty much the only spotted ones that sell well. Or, like, colored ones that sell well. Besides the Hypno Frog. I might take Spring Frog down after this week. I think this might be my last update of that one. Switch it up for something summery. Because we are in, June? We're in summer now. I gotta take down the Spring Frog. Though I do keep the first Snow Frog up. So, there's that. But yeah, I've been doing mostly solids, or common. Beanbag, is that you? I think he's thumping at me. I need to do or a combination of them, because I do a lot of Pride stuff. Which I need to update my Pride stuff collection on my Etsy as well. Which I will tag at some point on this channel. I tried tagging it at one point, and when we clicked the link, I got immediately shut down by my firewall. And when my sister clicked the link on her phone, it took her to the site that did like a million different pop-ups, and like her phone started freaking out and stuff like that. So we took that down immediately. I had no troubles with Instagram though. So I don't know what my issue was or is with the Etsy link. I also have a Twitter and a Facebook, neither of which I use very often. And I could probably start to use more. Let's see. A Linktree would be amazing at some point, but I don't know how much those cost. I also don't have a website. I tried TeeBreak. I know I do tea breaks in like the middle of a sentence, but sometimes you need it. I did try to have a website at one point in time, and it was almost complete, almost ready to go. And then my old computer decided to start running really slow, which really irritates me. And that's when I about gave up on my old computer, closed down, decided not to do anything with it for 3 years, and then it decided to die. So I might try doing that again. I might hire someone to do that for me. The person that did my logo, my little kitty cat, might be able to do that. Or I have a lot. I'm trying to figure out how to keep, because I knit in my lap. I've been trying to figure out how to keep this up. Anyway, I have a lot of. I hiccuped and burped at the same time. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you even heard that. But it was very in my chest. Okay. I have a lot of Illustrator and like designer friends. Pretty much all of my friends are illustrators or designers. One of my friends Let me get her Instagram or her Etsy. Oh my goodness. Let me close out all that stuff. Let me get her Etsy up so I don't say her Etsy wrong before I shout her out. Macy Buck Art. She doesn't have any items up right now, but she actually did the cover of a book from an author in the area. And so I thought that was pretty cool. Eventually I'll figure out all this Twitch stuff and be able to like shout out people and stuff like that. 3 Marie, the amazing Twitch person on here, has all this figured out. And she's actually the one who inspired me to start doing this. Her setup is so cool. But like, in order for me to ever do a downward, like when I do my tutorials, I have to knit like this. This is not a very comfortable position. That's why if I ever do tutorials, in the future, that will probably be like very short tutorials, 30 minutes tops, just sections at a time. Because like I have a gooseneck camera phone holder clip thingy, which is awesome and amazing. But it's very hard to maneuver sometimes. We're doing eyeballs, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that eyeball's all scratched up. No, it's not, it's just dirty. We're fine. That was a little scratched up, not bad. Finding reliable eyeballs is so hard. Crinkles. And every time I find a brand that I like, they change. I can never get things straight. I can never get eyeballs on there right. I can never. Nothing straight. I applied to Claire's and icing way back in like March. They didn't get back to me until like. Buzzes on wrists are important things. Makes it back. The person I was just talking about liked my photo. But I applied to them and they were like, "Can you do ear piercings?" I was like, "I've never done them before, but have you seen my frogs?" They don't have a straight eyeball. But I can. I never even got hired. They never called me back. But like, not mad at all. Like, I don't think I could juggle. Oh my goodness. There we go. I don't think I could juggle doing this full time, doing knitting full time, orders, because I'm now getting a lot of orders, and doing art walks. I think that would just be too much. There we go. Stuff it. Stuff it first. That's a good idea. I'm still unsure of the copyright laws So I'm not gonna play any music that you guys can hear. I'm pretty sure I'm playing my music quiet enough. Um, I'm just afraid to get any videos taken down, or flagged or anything like that. And that goes with anything. I'm always afraid of videos getting taken down on YouTube, Instagram, anything. Copyright laws are awful and hard to get by. Stuff. For some reason, his eyes look smaller than everyone else's eyes, but I think it's just because they're shiny and like the dull black. You know, I'll turn him around in just 1 second so you guys can see. So his cage is actually an outdoor playpen for dogs. Um, I've got to think these are small dogs. It's one of those 30-inch, 36-inch high, 10 feet or something like that round playpens, and it's actually just sitting on my floor. This is the best safe option we found. We did have him on cardboard for a while, but we were just replacing cardboard constantly. I had him out in the living room for a while, and my parents complained about that, which is fine. I actually prefer having him closer to me. And he did have a hutch in here, but he really doesn't like his hutch. He just goes in his hutch just to use the restroom and eat. He never slept in it or anything. So I need new scissors. We used these the other day, 2 art walks ago, because we didn't have any real scissors to clip the zip ties. I've been meaning to get a new pair of yarn scissors. I keep forgetting. They're not very sharp anymore. And they also like cross at the top now. But anyway, Bean Babe. So we just have the bottom of it, like, we had a pan with, like, a wooden grate over the top thing. It's like a litter box type deal that he eats on top of and uses the restroom, and he has a real litter box, that he uses the restroom in. I put hay in there. Because bunnies eat where they go to the bathroom, and go to the bathroom when they eat. And he's a pretty good boy. He doesn't pee on the carpet. I do have to clean up little pellets every once in a while, but it's fine. But with the hutch, my room just felt so tiny. And it's a little bit better now. He still takes up a good majority of my room, but I don't really have an alternative. See what I'm talking about the eyes? They kind of look a little smaller than the rest. We'll see once he gets the rest of his little accessories. Because right now he just looks like a Sit Sprite. I know it from Spirited Away, but a lot of people know Suit Sprites from My Neighbor Totoro. I'm gonna take a cough drop and see if I can talk around a cough drop. I'm not 100% sure it'll work, but we're gonna do it anyway. My throat is just bugging me so much. Like I said, I scream a lot. I was playing along with actors. Um, it was just a lot of fun. Because I was dressed up as a fairy, so there was a lot of like how's the Fey Kingdom faring, and Robin Hood was trying to Robin Hood and the Knights Merrymen were teaching a younger one not to steal from the Fae. So we were talking about that. Um, the pirates, of course, and then of course screaming for the jousting, which of course was a play, but like the actual jousting itself was like she actually got hurt, and I felt so bad, and so I really did go and check on her. Like she, not to get graphic, but she had a piece of skin sticking out, and she had splinters of the lance in her cheek still. But his cage is cute. He has a tunnel. He likes to sleep in his tunnel mostly. Um, and I don't know if it's because he's been raised a single rabbit. Like I said, he had a sister, but bun rabbits are normally clannish animals, colony animals. But with his respiratory issues, I didn't want to bring any more bunnies into the house because it's highly contagious. Um, and so he's been raised a single bunny. And so he heavily grooms everything. I don't know if it's because he's raised a single bunny, or he's Angora, or what. Um, but he licks the wool sometimes. And I got him this cute little flopped bed because bunnies will flop when they feel comfortable. What am I doing? Oh, I'm making arms. Um, but they flop. And so I got him a little bed for that. And it also came with a little, 3 triangle. It's not a triangle. Triangle. Um, fuzzy bed thing. And he licks it constantly. It has stiff spots where he's just sat there and licked it and licked it and licked it. I also gave him a knit blanket. He has his own little knit blanket. And when you scratch him, because bunnies licking, scratching, biting, nibbling, are all considered grooming behaviors, and can make you part of the pack. And so, when you scratch his back, he sits there and licks, and it's very funny to watch. I've got to count for a moment. I am very sorry. So we're on 1. I could put a stitch marker. 1. But it's just so much easier just to do this because it's only 5 rows. 2. And they're very little arms. 2. I apologize if you hear a mower. I think my mother is mowing the side yard right now. I'm not 100% sure. 2. 3. Either that or 3. Either that or she's got the power washer out. Should I have the power washer out? It was 30. I won't be able to stream on Wednesday because I am going to go hang out with 3 Marie. 4. Hang out in her shop, probably do some chickadees, some honeybees, stuff like that. So I'll be gone that day, but maybe I'll stream on Thursday. 4. And we'll see how much I get done. 5. Let's see. It's not saying 7 slow frames. I don't know what that means. 5. My parents are going camping for the weekend, so I'll have some time where I'm not doing anything, or they don't need me to do anything. So I'll be able to stream more often this coming weekend, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe. I don't know what days I'll stream yet. I don't want to, get in the way of other people streaming. That's, such a big fear of mine. I don't want to stream when, 3 Marie is streaming, or, when, there was some other streamers that popped into her stream. Well, I was watching her last live stream. Or her live stream on Friday night. Friday night. So her live stream on Friday night, I was sitting there chatting with people. And I don't want to, mess with any of their streaming schedules. And so I gotta find a good time to stream around them, as well as trying to stream around, my parents doing stuff and all that jazz. Here's one little wing. Cough drop. This is so much better, by the way. I'm so sorry I'm eating a cough drop, but I can feel my throat. There was these cool horseback riders. They were all women. There's a group of 4 of them. I wish I could remember their names. I might have to go check out. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for anyone with headphones. My sinuses are slightly clearer. I'm so sorry. Pardon me. But anyway, there were these horseback riders. 4 women. But they were, warriors. And they do all sorts of, stunts and, archery and trick shots off their horses and, riding without, reins and all that. And we chatted with them for a while. They're based out of Alabama. And they, for some reason that stitch didn't want to come through. But they run a non-profit special needs, horse therapy, sanctuary type thing. It's so cool. We donated tips to all of our performers that we watched. But we were asking them how long they trained. And they train for 14 years before they can perform any of the tricks that they do, which is just nuts. But their program was so cool. And it was so cool to hear about it. Um, and their show was really cool to watch. Tea break. Ooh, what is a buzzing? Oh, I'm sorry about the crinkly chair. It's you can't really see it. It's a plastic office chair. Um, the school was getting rid of them. My mom works at the school. They were getting rid of them when we moved into our apartment for college. So my sister and I each got one, and I've been using mine since then. And so, like, I move around a lot. I'm probably slightly off frame, actually. But it's fine. But I move around a lot, and so my chair's slowly dying. We're at 1, and she's coming on this side of the building, so you might hear the power washer. I'm so sorry. I don't think she realizes I'm still streaming, but it's fine. 1. This is part of the reason I need, like, an apartment, an office. I'd love to look more professional. Because, like, my bed's right here. It's, like, another table. I'm also using a side table I pulled out from the living room to hold stuff that I don't want to go grab during the middle of the stream. 2. And a 2. 3. I'm sorry, I'm munching on my cough drop. I feel so bad. I'll get more professional eventually. Probably not, but 3. We like to think so. I also don't think blush is going to show up on this little guy. So we're not even gonna attempt. Because I would hate for a kid to, like, have been red. I think I just did 3, so we're on 4? Maybe? It's fine. I watch my little audio bar at the bottom, and I feel bad anytime it goes to yellow. But it jumps. And, like, I'm sure it's not actually that loud. I'm sure, like, you can't hear me even half the time. 4. But, like, I should, like, go back and listen to this just to make sure, like, I sound okay. I know I sound super nasally right now. I also need to make sure, like, what that 7 slow frames means. I have 0 dropped frames, which is good. Because I know dropped frames is when I freeze completely, so. Oh, snifflies, I'm sorry. 4. I'm getting rid of my cough drop. I'm eating it real quick. And 5. Tea break. You guys better be sipping something every time I say tea break. I don't care what you're sipping. You better be sipping something. Don't sip alcohol. Um, liquid. Some form of liquid besides alcohol. That was 5. I think that was our last row. I'm assuming so. We're done. Um, anything besides alcohol. Don't use this as a drinking game. My disclosure is out there. Sip water, coffee, tea, even soda would be okay. Sports drinks, energy drinks if you have to. Sip something besides alcohol. Um, this is just PSA, keep yourself hydrated. And if you are watching my stream drunk or drinking, I don't know what you're doing with your life, or hanging out knitting. I mean, that's what I would do. But, like, I'm an old person at heart. I just heard my little dog in the backyard. That's not a place he should be. That's the chickens area. It's not like he's gonna hurt the chickens. He likes to chase rats, which is good. Except he obsessively chases rats and he leaves holes in the chickens area, which, like, the chickens do too. But, like, he's a little one. When I say little one, I mean my bone rabbit's bigger than he is. We got to itch. Oh. I apologize, guys. We dropped a wing. I'm still trying to think of what I want to do with my goodies I've gotten from Ren Fair. I do a lot of stuff in my plants. A lot of stuff goes to sit in my plants, decorate my pots, stuff like that. I've recently been trying to decorate my walls. It's not very helpful, as you can see. I have a couple dream catchers hanging up. I really like dream catchers. I've had some of them since I was really little. Yeah, the one that sits over here above my desk I've had since, see, I lived in probably Colorado at the time, maybe Idaho. So I've probably had since I was 11-ish. Pardon the stretching. It's nice to have a good stretch every once in a while. I don't know if I showed my tummy. I'm sorry if I did. Would that get me more views? I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I'm just trying to make sure this wing looks nice. And also that it stays put down. Because my wings tend to stick up. I don't know why. See, he's just got a little flapper. I don't know why it sticks up so much. Twitch is gonna take down my stream because I said that. This stream is rated for all. This is a family stream. That is a thing. I really don't. If you've never met me, you wouldn't know this, but I don't cuss often. So, like, this really is a family stream. I'm not gonna cuss. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness is probably. Or oh, gosh. Darn it is something I say often, but that's pretty close to it. Every once in a while, you might get something to slip. Oh, that's my pen. I was like, there's something bright green. I have the attention span of squirrel. Um, that's why I knit. Um, my songs have it every once in a while. And I watch streamers that cuss, but like if they cuss overly, like it's hard for me to watch them too much. Um, Sorry, I was concentrating on trying to get the swing attached. Um, it's just the person I am. Um, but I'm also one of the most open-minded people you will ever meet. Like I said, this is a safe space for everyone. I wear I choked on every single word in that sentence. I wear flower crowns on the daily because they make me happy. This is a place to make people happy. And I said that on my last vlog, but and I'm calling these vlogs, so I don't know what else to call. Tea break, that's what we need. Okay, I don't know what else to call these. And my sinuses are starting to get stuffed up again, so like words are not working. Um, but if the YouTubers don't quit, I'm not gonna quit. I watch a lot of YouTube. That I needed that still. I watch a lot of YouTube. Um, but I watch a lot of professional YouTubers, and I don't have the following yet to be like them, but I don't care. So, that's another thing if you don't know me. I'm a very laid back person. I don't care. Um, just my friends cuss, and that's fine. That's their choice. I say, gosh darn it. Like, his eyes are good. We just twist the yarn slightly and pat him down. He has no beak yet. We're working on it. It's our little crow friend. I really enjoy this Celtic punk playlist. Um, this is fun. Let me tell you who it's by. Maybe? If anyone knows how Spotify works, that'd be great. Yeah, I have no idea. It just says Celtic punk. 2 hours and 45 minutes. But yeah, I really like this one. Where is the end of this? Oh my goodness. I think a gray beak would look best on this. Simple opinion. I read a comic called Crow Time. I believe they have a lighter beak than their bodies. I think it's just adorable. Let's see. Oh, that's too close to the eye. That's still close to the eye. What is going on with my yarn? That might be too low. Hold on. I like to make faces at them while they're making faces at me. It cooperates better when they do that. 2 and down. Yes, gray was a good choice. I need to find a really good sea shanty playlist because I really like sea shanties. And I have a handful of them that I listen to, like on the daily. There's no point in cutting that. I could just stuff it all. I only cut like maybe an inch off. These are still really long, so whatever. I also think I managed to catch a stitch in between my knot, which I was trying not to, but that's fine. That was the stabbing portion of our podcast. Twitch, don't take it down. I promise I'm not stabbing anyone. Okay, this guy's adorable. I don't have enough to make another one for camera. That's how much we have left. We won yarn chicken. Barely. Give me 1 second to do the hair and we'll show it up. Can you leave my pattern alone? My cat's sleeping, but every once in a while she reaches out and like grabs a pattern. And they're off my desk because I don't have room for them anywhere else. Okay, guys. This one's cute. Look at him. I love it. It's a little crow. I wanted to keep track. We'll switch buckets here in a minute. What color should we do next? Maybe blue? We haven't done a blue yarn yet. Oh, my nose. I really need to just blow my nose, but I'm not going to do that on stream. That's not going to work. So we're just gonna keep. Ow! My nail caught the edge of my nose when I was wiping it. That hurt a lot. I don't know what color beak to do for this guy. Guess we can keep going with orange for our main beaks, I think. Yeah, I think orange would be fine. I should have reapplied lipstick, but it's fine. There's little itchies. I'm still getting little itchies where I had makeup. I had vines down the side of my face. I really should have tested the makeup earlier this week. And I didn't. Like a bird brain. That's what I tell my chickens. They're Hong Kong bird brains. Because we used to have geese. Both my geese were males. and I was told I needed to rehome them. But the farm that I found for them, like, has, like, a ton of geese, and, like, had experience handling geese, and, like, apparently they had like some really expensive geese. Like, when I say expensive, we looked them up later. They're called like Smashtables or something like that. They're the curly feathered geese. They go for like 175 per egg or for per hatchling. Um, and that's just like base price. That's not even if you want them like sexed. Like if you want just male Sebastiables. Um, and our geese were just Chinese geese. I had a brown Chinese goose and a white Chinese goose. Um, their names were their names were Jackie and Jill when we thought they were female, because we sexed them in the store, because we've done that with the ducks, and we ended up with all female ducks. So we thought we could do them with geese. Geese are much harder. Um, and we and so we ended up finding out that one was male, and so we ended up with Jack and Jill. And that was fine. They had each other. They liked my ducks, but it was fine. We could deal with them. And then we had Jack and Julian. They were both male. And two male geese on our little property was just not. We did not have enough room for it. But now they're happy on a bigger farm, with a ton of other geese. With a family that knows how to take care of geese. We had gotten the geese after the fox attack last year, because the geese are good guard dogs. Oh, I thought that was a different song. Um, it's playing. It's called Mud. It's a Celtic song. And it really sounds like gasoline. Um, for a second. Anyway, so from when we had geese, because geese are hilarious. I would call them Hong Kong bird brains. Um, I'm just saying, anytime there's a moment when I can't think, the chickens can't think, anything can't think, they're Hong Kong bird brains. Seriously, they shared one brain cell, and neither of them got it on any given day. One of them probably ate it at some point. I loved them. They were hilarious. They were like, we had raised them from hatchlings, so I was really upset to get rid of them. But they were my babies. They would follow us everywhere, and they would flap their wings, and I would flap my arms, and we would honk at each other, and they scream. Oh my gosh! Like this, nothing is gonna get past a goose, because they take turns sleeping, or they only sleep for a couple minutes, and then they'll walk around. Um, and so, like, nothing gets past a goose. They scream, and they have different screams for different things. They're very loud. You can see the bun rabbit. The bun rabbit made an appearance. He's drinking some waters. Bun rabbit, you got the waters in there. You got enough waters. You're in the way, so I can't see. I'm assuming because he keeps drinking. But yeah, that was the geese. They were just funny and big, like big. You can't really tell how far off, but like, I don't know. My fence is 36 inches, I believe. I think my fence is 36 inches. So yeah, they were They were about that tall, if not taller, with their necks. And they could not get out of these little kiddie pools to save their lives. Like, I don't understand. They were the most ungraceful geese you've ever seen. And they cooler-necked, which is where they, like, snake their neck, and we would, like, grab their, because the best way to get a hold of a goose is to grab their neck. They have very strong necks. So you grab their neck, and then you pick up their body. And so, I would, like, grab their neck, and they would try snake necking away from me, and then I'd pick them up, and I'd put them under my arm, and I would just walk around with the goose in my arms. And now I do it with the chickens, and the chickens hate me. Especially Miss Moody Pants right now. Miss Moody Pants. A broody hen. I don't know what she's doing because she can't get in the coop. Oh, look at Bean. He's a cute bun. I just love him. See, he just excessively grooms himself. Like, a couple weeks ago, he had, like, tears in his ears. Where he would just, like, sit there and scratch and pull his ears down and bite at them. And I thought it was mites at first, but I could not find a single mite on him. But he is the cutest bean. His full name is Vanilla Bean. On my way to go get him. I didn't know if I was getting the male or the female. What's it bless you? I didn't know if I was gonna get the male or female yet. And I was thinking of names on my way to go get one. And because it was a 2-hour drive. And I'd finally come down to the decision of either milk or vanilla bean. And when I got there, I saw him. He's a brat. And I decided vanilla bean because I can call him Beanie Bed. Or fiber bean. Because alpacas they're the growing. They're the fiber plants. He's the fiber bean. Why is it talking about you? I don't know if you can tell his size, but he's a fairly large rabbit. Everyone comments how big he is. But I promise you he's 100% floof. He's only 7 pounds. Like, we're fostering some bun rabbits for the summer, and while they are smaller than him, like, size-wise, like, they are much, like, sturdier than he is. I don't know if it's, like, the respiratory disease, because he did, like, last year, he got super, super sick. I thought he was going to die. He was running such a high temperature. I ended up having to go back and forth from the vet to bring him back. They were doing breathing treatments on him. They were weighing him, checking his weight constantly, and he had lost like 10 or 5 pounds, which is a lot for a bun rabbit. He was at like 10 pounds, and we're at like 7, 8-ish pounds now. So I feel pretty good about that. Even though it has been a year, he was really, really sick. I really thought I was going to lose him. Oh, that was a long stretch. I didn't sneeze, but now my sinuses are much stuffier. We're doing great. Oh, he's a flop now. Yes, but he's my babies. It's also starting to finally warm up in my room a little bit, but I don't know if it's warm enough to take the cardigan off yet. This is not a cardigan I've made, though. I really want to make a cardigan. I have yet to make a cardigan. Either crochet or knit. I was going to attempt one a couple of years ago, But I just have not found a pattern I like for cardigans. I hate knitting back and forth. I prefer the round, as you can tell. But I might just have to suck it up and knit back and forth to get a nice cardigan for myself. Oh, the sniffles. Snuffles. Those are my two turtles, by the way. Stuffed turtles from the Outer Banks. It's one of my favorite places to go. That's the little, yeah, that's the little triangle thing he licks until, like, the fur, like, stands on end. So I have this idea of, to decorate one more. We're dying on words today. They're not working. To decorate my room more. I have an empty canvas because I like to paint sometimes, and I painted my sister this rainbow. They're called gravel paintings. You paint like a ton of little circles in different sizes. I painted a rainbow one. It goes like rainbow and black pathways and stuff. And I was gonna paint myself one, but I never got around to it. Um, and I'm thinking of knitting something. I don't know yet what. I don't know if I want to do color work. Oh, that was a forceful. That's him stepping up to his food bowl on top of the dish, or on top of the bottom of the hutch. But knitting something, and I saw someone do like their swatches, but I don't swatch. I know you're supposed to, but if I get to like halfway through the sweater, or even all the way through the sweater, because I've done that before, and it doesn't fit, I just rip it out. It doesn't bug me. I have the only thing that like kind of irks me that I've done is I did an entire sweater and I tried it on and it fit wonderfully. And then I steeked it, which means cutting up it to make a cardigan, because I thought I was going to make a cardigan out of it. Because that's how you make a cardigan in the round. And after I cut it, it no longer fit well. But you can't use the yarn for anything because you've cut something you've knit in the round, so you just get little short sections of yarn, so I can't use that yarn for anything now. So that was the only time I was really upset I didn't rip anything out. Other than that, you can rip anything out. Knitting is very forgiving. It says it's 78 outside. That sounds very nice. I don't know if that's right though. Switching positions. Sorry. We'll sit up straight for a minute and just rock back and forth and hope I don't make you seasick. Oh, that was a flash of light. That was weird. I thought that was a hawk. So in my area, apparently pigeons are an issue. Now I don't think any animal is an issue. I think humans are the issue. But that's a whole nother debate, and I don't want to get into that with any Twitch streamer. But they released, I guess they got more hawks and released hawks in the area to get rid of the pigeons. The ducky just decided to like flap across the yard. Oh, it was because Miss Moody Pants decided to go disturb her because she can't get in the coop. But they decided to release hawks to get rid of the pigeons. Which is great and all if you don't like the pigeons. I like the pigeons. The issue is now I have to deal with, as a chicken person and an owner of a small dog and bun rabbits, I have to deal with hawks in the area. And I'm not talking like 1 or 2 extra hawks. We already had to deal with like we live in a forested area. West Virginia is a forested area in general. There's no really like big cities or anything like that. But oh my goodness, my eyes are starting to bug me really bad. Maybe I'll take Benadryl after this. Oh, my duckies are chirping. But like I'm talking like 20 to 40 extra hawks. Which is a lot of hawks for a small town. And a small area. Because like now I have to deal with like 5 hawks circling at a time. And like these are not like hawks that are scared of people. Like our area hawks are normally scared of people. But these are hawks that have no fear of people. Like I was out with the chickens one day and my duckies were taking a bath in one of the kiddie pools. And a hawk was overhead, so I went and stood by the pool, and instead of like the hawk like circling and going somewhere else, it landed in the tree. And so I walked to underneath the tree and it stood there and stared at me. And so I'm like having this stare off with a hawk. And so that's been a fun thing this summer is we have so many extra hawks in the area. And like I said, we have a small dog. Like he's a toy rat terrier. Like little dog. I think he's like 7 pounds. And of course the foster bunnies in my bunny. And like so it's been an ordeal trying to keep the predators away this summer. I think it's time for another tea break. We're also going to stand up for a second so that I can sit. One of my favorite positions is to sit on my leg. And we'll see how. Ooh, I shook much. And adjust the shirt, cardigan, back. We'll see how long this lasts. This position normally makes my toes go numb after a while. I move around a lot, like I said. Eventually, I want to get one of those cool desk cycling things, where like, it's not a chair, it goes underneath your chair, it's just pedals, to see if that helps with the moving around. Because it's just, I have to constantly switch positions, my toes go numb. Like, that bum rabbit is eating a lot of pellets. He better cut back on those pellets so he has them all day long. Pro tip for bun rabbit owners out there. Your bunny rabbit should not eat pellets for like their full meals. They should be eating mostly hay. Mostly Timothy hay to be. My goodness, sir. Mostly Timothy Hay. That is best on their teeth. Keep their teeth down. Um, After Timothy Hay, should be fresh veggies. There's tons of lists on there, online about what fresh veggies to give them. I give mine bok choy, radicchio, mustard greens, turnip greens, and kale, mostly, um, in different quantities depending on the vegetable. Um, and then he obviously gets treats. Treats shouldn't be a big part of his meal. Um, and then pellets. I give Bean Babe only. He gets 2/3. My goodness, we have a beagle. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, we have a beagle. Um, they're some of the loudest dogs ever, and she's shaped like a watermelon. Um, Beagles are meant to be hunting dogs, and we never trained her for hunting, unfortunately. So she's just shaped like a watermelon. Um, but bun rabbits should not get pellets. That many pellets. Like I give Bean Babe 2/3 of cups, and that's probably still too much. But he's pretty good about not eating all of his pellets, so I don't feel too bad about that. We watched Fire Breather. Um, what was it called? Was it Domo and Cygnus? Maybe. She was so cool. And we don't know the relationship of the fiddler play. It might have been a violin. I don't think he was playing it as a fiddle. But um, they were doing an act together, and it was really cool. Um, we actually watched her twice. The first time was like midday, and so like the fire wasn't that great. And then we came back later, and we actually got a seat that time. Um, and we were glad that we came back the second time because the show was much better the second time, and she actually breathed fire the second time. The first time she didn't have room to breathe fire. Um, and so we were really happy that we got to see her the second time around, and we got some pictures with her. Um, that was really cool. Sorry, the reason I said that was pirate music came back on, and she was dressed slightly like a pirate. It was kind of cool. The vendors, they were cool. There was a flower crown person, and I would have bought one of the flower crowns, but I gave myself a limit on money, on how much I was spending, because I did spend so much on my laptop. Um, so I gave myself a limit, and the flower crowns were $40, and I just could not fit that into my budget. Plus, now that I'm making flower crowns, like I would like to be able, like, I would like to make more flower crowns. Um, Next year when we go, um, I want to have wings. I think wings would be cool. Maybe, I don't know. I've debated it for a while if I really want wings. I might make wings just to wear occasionally. I have some butterfly wings, but I saw a video this morning about how to knit wings, and it was like you did like the wire shaping that you want, and then you crochet, or you could probably I-cord around the wire, and then, sorry, my sinuses were acting up for a second. And then you take mohair, or similar weight, and you use like super large needles, and you knit lace, to make the in-betweens wings, and I think that'd be cool. I would like a bigger flower crown next year. I just had this little guy I made. Has some little crocheted roses, and not very many people noticed it. Um, would like a much larger flower crown. I probably could have worn this one and been perfectly fine. Um, but yeah, I would like something very large. Like some of the costumes, they were very, very large. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's okay. You can see my mother coming in with the lizard. He probably wanted it, and I just didn't hear him. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Buddy, were you being a pain? I think my lizard was being a pain. He bangs at the door when he wants to be let in from the back porch. And normally, like, he used to be able to, we would just open the door and let him in, and he would run around for a while. But since he got my dad's foot, he has to be carried back and forth, so he doesn't get aggressive. Um, Give me 1 second. Don't break my window shade. I'm still here. Oh, I splattered water everywhere. I splattered his water. I have to open my window shade for him, or he'll crawl through my window shade. But, so he bangs his nose, and a couple weeks ago he actually, like, completely bruised his nose, and, like, part of his lower jaw was bleeding. And inside his mouth, he tore some, my dude, he tore some of the connective tissue. So, we have to watch carefully for him when he wants to be let in, so he doesn't reopen any of those injuries. But next year's costume was like much larger, like flower crown, like large flower crown. I'm large flower crown if I can. Um, and more makeup. Makeup I'm not allergic to, so that I'm not blind by the end of the day. Because in some of my pictures, I don't know if people could tell, but I look super awkward, and it's just because I can't see anything. By the end of the day, and I was driving home because my sister was throwing up. You're gonna hear some scratching and some very loud banging for a moment. He's just trying to get comfortable on the windowsill. Um, and so I drove home, but I was in a lot of pain. My eyes were like swollen, crying. I couldn't see very well. They were burning constantly. And everything was just like straight blur across. So I just probably look so awkward in all of my photos. And I look awkward in photos anyway. I never know what to do in photos, and I never know how close to get to like people in the photos. Um And so, yeah, I just always look really awkward in photos. Plus, I was super sunburned, and, like, yeah, it was towards the end of the day. I was tired. I was actually starting to, pardon me, I was actually starting to stumble around, um, because my feet were getting really tired. Um, Sensible shoe wear would be advised, but I'm not going to do it. I just heard crashing out in the living room, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let someone else deal with that. Another dude is full spike. So, when he gets warm enough, he goes what we call full spike. And it's when his spikes, like, so normally his spikes sit like this. Um, and this is pretty normal. He's super old. Um, and so when he goes, like, when he gets enough humidity, he gets enough light, or he's just feeling lizardy that day. I don't know what he's feeling. His scales all stand straight up. And he is full spike and all sheddy. My nose itches. Oh, my glasses. These are a pair I wear. I'm not sponsored. They're pretty cool. Oh, you can see some of the makeup issues breaking out, swelling. What's going on there? He's all staring at me. I don't know what he's doing. He's one dude lizard. I'm probably gonna end this in about 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, about 4 o'clock. That's about 3 hour stream. Um, Simply because I hear stuff going on. And so I'm gonna go check out, see what's going on. Um, all that. And then tea break. We finished tea. We'll switch to water. Um, my next stream will probably be Thursday. I'm gonna shoot for Thursday for my next stream. Make sure if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Check out when my next stream will be. Ooh, so my dude is active. And once I get like a real schedule going, we'll update the schedule on here. Sundays for sure. I'm gonna keep streaming this time. Even though it's loud, people are doing stuff. I don't care. I tried to keep it after most religious ceremonies. If there's anything that I'm cutting into, please let me know. I try to be respectful of that, even though I don't personally have any wrinkles. I don't personally have any religious preferences. I do try to keep respectful of other people's. So if I'm interrupting anything with the stream, please let me know. Like I said, hopefully it saves this time so that people can go back and watch it. More crinkles. Gonna move this one away from the computer. Okay. I tried to use, so you can see where I start decreasing. Camera, 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 camera. You can see where I start decreasing. And I try and kind of use that as a... Where did my camera go? But it's not always great. And eyeballs end up in different places every single time. Where... We'll get this. I promise. I'll put maybe left and right. It's stage directions. I gotta remember it's backwards. We think that's cute. I think it's cute. We're gonna keep going. Ow, I also gotta cut my finger right there. And it's like in the most like inopportune place or non-helpful place. I think a metal one of these would probably work better. I'm cracking this one so bad. And I've only been doing this for a couple days. Maybe wood? I don't know. Wood might dent. Oh, nope. We lost a spot. My dude, if you can settle down, that'd be great. We got super crooked eyes this time, guys. My skin is so shiny and it's awful. I'm working really hard on getting nice skin. And every time I get kind of nice skin, something comes up, like this week. I still haven't decided if I like more or less stuffing in these guys, because like more stuffing is more squishy. Like squishable opportunity, but like less stuffing is like kind of cuter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I also never stuff consistently, so it doesn't even really matter. Whoa, we dropped up to 10 frame drops all of a sudden. That's bad. I think people are using the internets. I'll have to go back and I don't know what I'm doing. I'll have to go back and check to see where those are. I don't really want to watch all 3 hours of my stream though. Adjust as we go. What are we at? Oh my gosh, I'm blind. 253. Okay. There's a lot of noises. Pardon me. Oh, it's getting warm over there. Like, really warm. The fans are kicking in. Apparently I have a dual fan system. Apparently it shouldn't get too hot. Guys, we missed a side. I don't care. It'll be fine. I'm just gonna close it up. Pretend like it didn't happen. because we're closing up anyway. It's just I like to get it down to like 2 stitches per needle because it makes it much easier to close up. I've seen people close up as much as like 8 stitches per needle, which is like a total of 20, 32. That's a lot of stitches to close up. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It'll be fine. Oh, the snifflies are back. The snifflies. Because my room is starting to get stuffy. We only have a couple more minutes, so I will add wings later, but we'll add his little details now, so you guys can see the details. I wonder if I can get blush to show up on blue. Stabbing part of the segment. Ooh, orange. Or yellow. Orange. Guys, if you haven't given up a listen to like Celtic punk music, it just like if you like sea shanties, you'll probably like Celtic punk music. Like I'm not promising anything, but like I like to tie a lot of knots. Just for child safety, stuff doesn't fall out. And then we just stabbing segment again. It looks like a little blueberry. It's kind of cute. I don't know, the black and white ones are my favorite still. Here in a second, we'll compare them. My fingers are not cooperating. Strings aren't cooperating, my goodness. Stuff the stuffing back in and give him a haircut. He doesn't have any wings yet. We'll get to that after the stream. There he is. Now. Oh, my cat's heaving, sorry. I gotta say, these two. Can you roll forward? There we go. These two have got to be my favorites. Okay, let's see real quick. We have a couple seconds left. Oh, let's just show up, guys. Ooh, we are in luck. Okay, we're gonna have to end soon because my cat is heaving. We should have just a little. Okay. I will see you guys on Thursday. I don't have a time in mind yet. Maybe 1 o'clock again? 1 o'clock Thursday? Yeah, let's go 1 o'clock Thursday. I'll see you guys. And happy streaming until then. See you.